So my name is Veronica Reyes, and my brand is Borboleta. So the story behind my brand is Borboleta means butterfly in Portuguese, and I felt like the word butterfly resonates with the concept of my brand. You know, light, free, beautiful for the women who love to travel and just enjoy life. I started Borboleta in 2012, so it's quite some time ago. I guess we can start with that I love creating things when I was really young, just like creating, like making my own clothes and bags. Just, but I really got more serious after I finished the fashion school. I know more about like the pattern and design. So I was more into bags, not really clothing, because I felt like you can spend a lot of time making the bags or the clothing, but the bags you get to use all the time. It can be with you every day, you know. So I would make my own bags, and then I love to travel. So I've lived in, so I'm half Thai American. I was born and raised in Bangkok, and I studied in the US, in Italy, and in France. So I was traveling a lot, and I just love like creating things, like, you know, just sort of making the bags that would fit with my lifestyle, you know, like a lot of pockets, like secret pockets here and there. And then people started asking questions like, oh, where'd you get the bag? You know, and I was like, oh, I make them, you know. So, and I thought, like, after a while, I was like, oh, maybe like I could start the brand, you know. It started very organically. I didn't have like a lot of funding. It was just very organic. First employee. Yeah, so that's how it starts. And he's been, yeah, 12 years this year. So another reason I wanted to start my brand is that I was a tsunami survivor in 2004, and I felt like I was given like a second chance in life. So I wanted to give back. And when I graduated college, I went back to Thailand, and I started the foundation in 2007. And it was more focusing on like education for underprivileged students in Thailand, in like rural Thailand. And it was really hard to raise money to fund the projects. And I felt like, you know, if I could start a business that once we turn profit, we can use some of the profit to fund the foundation projects. We don't have to rely on the donations anymore. So that's why I felt like, all right, Borboleta is going to be a social business since the beginning. And yeah, once we started turning profit, we've been like donating every month to like education, books, uh, all kinds of projects. Breakfast. So far, we've donated more than like 500,000 meals for kids, like books, art supplies, sports supplies for like more than like 3,000 students. So we've been doing a lot, and I feel like it's like a win-win situation, because the more Borboleta grows, the more that we can help underprivileged kids. So Borboleta is all about creating sustainable, cruelty-free, beautiful handbags for modern women. And I really believe in like that fashion shouldn't harm the planet or the animals, and that we should be kind to everyone around us, right? Starting with our own production, we have our own factory that's ethical production, and they are the Thai artisans who actually lost their jobs because their wages were too high, and other factories were hiring like immigrants, like Cambodians or Burmese, to work in the factories. So the Thai artisans had to train the Cambodians or Burmese, and then when they're good enough, like the other factories like fired the Thai. So it was really sad. So they had become like taxi drivers, you know, security guards. But I wanted to make sure that these people who are very skilled, you know, they've been doing bags for like 20 years, that they could really work on their art. So after like 6 years, after I started the brand, I found them through like connection, you know, and then now we have a factory that's employing them. and they're working a very happy place and a very fair wage, and they even have like savings program that I try to encourage, because I think for middle and upper class, we care a lot about like like savings, but for people who are like working class, they buy lottery, they buy alcohol, like they just sort of live day by day. But I try to encourage them. So we would they would have like this savings program. We would give them like 30% interest. So yeah, so they're like really encouraged every they see the interest, like, oh, we need to save more, so it's like a big family, like I really wanted to make sure that this brand, like our customers are happy because the bags are high quality. And I really designed them to like make sure that it would make their lives better with all the pockets and the designs, and also like the people who make the bags, that they're happy. And because I feel like happy people, like make happy bags. Yeah, so and also like for the kids at the foundation that we are sponsoring, so it's like a really creative and like a good community, that everyone that will come into contact would like benefit from this business and idea. So it's like a not just a bag brand, but I wanted to create like a better lives for everyone that we come in touch with. So the inspiration behind this collection, so I felt like the last few years, things have been tough for a lot of people. So I wanted to incorporate like magic into this collection, just fairy tale, that's the theme. And I had some fun detailing in the bags, like the butterfly wings in like the classic silhouettes, and scallop detailing. And I just wanted to remind people that there's still magic in every day, and you just have to enjoy the little moments. And I felt like when you carry this collection, you would feel the joy, and just you can feel that there's still love and opportunity, around, and things are not that bad. The advice I would give to people who would love to start their brand, I would say like to be you, because there are millions of brands out there. The only way you can stand out is to be you. And another thing is that to enjoy the process, because to me, I think like a brand is like a living thing. So you just have to learn and grow and pivot, and to enjoy the process, because you cannot just enjoy the success, because it's a long road when you're building a brand. Just have to really enjoy every moment and take in the failure, the success, and just like soak in it. That would be my advice.